Hi everyone, welcome back to KK and Beasley's Magical Explorations. I am missing my counterpart Beasley today, but I wanted to make this particular snack because it is one of her absolute favorites in Disney World. And we'll be headed back there May 13th, and we want to try them. The booth hasn't been open very much, but we found out that it is open on the weekends. And so we thought we would try this snack at home and see if we can duplicate them. And then of course, eat them while we're there and enjoy them while we're there. And from the Egg Roll Wagon in Magic Kingdom. And they serve a hamburger egg roll, a cheeseburger egg roll, and a pizza egg roll. So today we are going to make the cheeseburger egg roll. And so I want to bring you along with me as I explore this recipe and see how they turn out. So for starters, of course, as usual for a recipe, we have all of our ingredients. We bought our egg roll wraps from the grocery store. It was the only kind my grocery store had, so I picked a pack up, and they look like they are ready to go and easy, no cutting necessary. We have our onions. I have on the stove already that you can see our ground meat already. It's still bubbling and hot. It has our ground meat. I already added the seasoning and the onion in it and the Worcestershire to cook down. So the ingredients for this particular recipe: a pound of ground meat, some cheese, some pickle relish, onion, Worcestershire sauce, some seasoning if you prefer. If you prefer spicy, of course, you can always add that, and some yellow mustard. And so I want to take you along as I mix the rest of this up so that we can see how it goes. So I'm adding the pickle relish now to the cooked meat that already has the onion and the Worcestershire in it. So I'm gonna add that to it and stir that in a little bit. Of course, it doesn't have to cook down very much. Drain your meat if it's a little greasy. Of course, you can drain it and get the grease off if you prefer. Turkey meat's great if you prefer turkey meat. And I have a pound of ground beef and ground pork that's already mixed that Kroger sells that I prefer. And it tends to be rather lean. So I didn't even have to drain my meat today, and it's ready to go. It's got my onion in it, my Worcestershire, my seasoning. I just added the pickle relish, and I'm gonna add some cheese to get that melted down and ready to go for us. I probably have a little more than, we'll go ahead and put the rest of that in there. I probably have a little more than a pound of meat. I wanted to make several. I have a house full of men, so I wanted to make several and make sure I had enough for everybody. So let's stir that up and get that melted down. It smells delicious. And of course, you know, when you're cooking any kind of meat, you can use whatever kind of meat you prefer that your family likes. But this, I'm hoping, will be friendly to pickier eaters. I have one of those too. And so I'm kind of hoping that this will be something that he will like. Hamburgers are one of his favorite meals. So I'm hoping that this extra little different meal will be something that he will enjoy as well. The cheese, of course, melts very quickly. I have my grease in the other pot ready to go. It's not hot yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that warming up so that we're ready to put our stuff in our egg roll wraps, and we'll fry one up and see what happens. Let's get to rolling on that. Rinse my hands off a little bit. The egg roll wagon, the cheeseburger ones, and it comes with what they call two house-made egg rolls, two cheeseburger house-made egg rolls, and they are $8.50 at the Egg Roll Wagon. Don't forget that in Magic Kingdom. And so our meat is ready to go. Cheese is nice and melted down. You can add more cheese, less cheese, and we'll see how well they fry up and stay together. So we will know if our combination of ingredients works. When I first make a recipe, I try to try to get as close to the recipe as I can. When it comes to seasoning, I'm from Louisiana. You just can't help that. We like our things spicy and hot, just like our crawfish. And so I have added a little red pepper to that, and so I know they'll be good because of that one ingredient. But you, of course, can make them with whatever seasonings you like and whatever kind of meat you like. Just remember that sometimes the meat matters as far as it staying together, holding together, but we're gonna see how that works. So I'm gonna get that grease going, turning that on, making that nice and high, in between a medium and a high so that it has plenty of heat underneath it. Grease needs to be about 350, 400 if you're one of those that likes to measure the temperature. It's perfectly fine. And so we're gonna get our egg roll out. Now these actually are vegan, so there's another wonderful thing if you choose to do. You could try some tofu or things like that if you like those kind of things. It just says, and another thing I love about these, the instructions on how to roll it up, let's turn it the right way, are right here on the back of the package, which I'm kind of glad about. I've never made egg rolls, so I needed the extra instructions. The directions do come with instructions as well. So what it wants us to do is simply take our meat. We're gonna turn that off because it's nice and bubbly. Give it one more little stir. We'll bring it over here to our work area, our workstation. And we've got us a little spoon ready. It says about 2 tablespoons per egg roll. I'm not sure if that's gonna totally fit, but we're gonna try to get close to that. This is just about a tablespoon. So we're gonna try. We're gonna see how much fits. You don't want it to be so full that it might ooze out while it's trying to fry, because then that's gonna make a mess in your grease. So that is a little trick that you learn as you get along with cooking. So I've probably put maybe right at 2 teaspoons. That might be right at it. I'm not much on measuring that exactly, but let's try that. It also suggests that you take water. So I just have a little water in my bowl. It suggests you take the water and dip your finger in it and run your finger with the water around the edge of the egg roll. If you've already done this, I hope you've had a good experience. Nothing like taking a good Disney snack back to your house and getting it just right, just like they serve you at Disney, so that you can enjoy it at home while you're away from Disney and still enjoy a little Disney magic at home. So we love that idea. All right, so I have my meat. If you can see, let's move the little water bowl over here. I've got it nice and in the center of my egg roll. It says to put the egg roll pointed toward you like a diamond, and then to fold the bottom, fold the top. Oh, nope, it says fold the sides. Fold the sides. The water kind of helps the egg roll stick. So I love that idea. And then fold the top down as easy as possible. Not very difficult. There's our egg roll looking. And it also says that when you set it down in the grease in the instruction, to put it down on the seam side so that that fries up first. So we're gonna try that and see what happens. Let's go to it. It says about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. So we're just gonna keep rolling it around till we feel like it's nice and crisp, ready to go. I'm gonna grab us a pan, which I did not prepare ahead of time. I apologize for that. We're gonna grab us a pan and a baker's pan or cookies pan or rack so that we have a nice place to drain them on. We're gonna see what that looks like. Not bad, not bad. We're gonna keep rolling it around. We'll turn that grease down just a tad. We're gonna roll that around, get us a plate ready. Now, one thing I did not do that the recipe said, but it did say it was optional. The pickle relish is optional, and of course it said a half a cup of chopped pickles. Well, the pickle place already does it for you, so I'm a big fan of pickle relish, absolutely love it. That's another thing, if you like a sweet pickle or you don't like pickles, you don't have to put that, it's an optional ingredient. And the mustard, same thing. I'm gonna save the mustard for dipping. Now you can make yourself a little good dipping sauce or remoulade or whatever you like, which I'll try next time. And we're gonna, I'm working on this egg roll over here, make sure it's not getting too cooked on either side, and you kind of gotta hold it once it gets kind of fried on one side. Now remember, your ingredients are already cooked, so you don't have to worry about cooking the ingredients. I just want it to be nice and crispy all the way around. It's almost done, so I'm gonna show y'all as soon as I get it out. And we're gonna taste it and see. And like I said, I'm gonna put the mustard on the side. Not everybody likes mustard, so you wanna mix up a little mayonnaise and mustard, put a little garlic in there, a little onion, whatever you like, for dipping sauce. And for my Beasley girl, ranch. So that's probably what she'd love to dip them in. She loves some ranch. So, but today we're gonna try it with mustard. So let's see how we doing. We're gonna let it rest right here. And before I forget, we're gonna take the grease off the heat so that we can just try that. We're gonna let it sit there just a minute and let it kind of come together. It looks really good, so I'm gonna show it to you in just a second. And then we're gonna taste it and see what we think. I love egg rolls. I love anything Asian inspired. And that is what this egg roll wagon does for us. It gives us a little Asian inspired with a little American flair. Can't beat that. Great combination. Great combination. So let's see what we have. Looking good. Not real greasy. Nice and tan and brown on all the way around it. Bottom and front. Helping it when we put it in with the seam first. That definitely helps it to stay together, so remember to do that. Now we're gonna take our mustard and we're gonna sprinkle it on the side just to dip it in, dip a bite in. We're just gonna put a little bit right there, just your good old regular store brand mustard. Mustard is mustard. So let's see where this goes. Let's try a bite. We're gonna cut into it with a fork and knife, just in case it's a little on the warm side. I am anxious to try it. Let's see what we got here. This is for Beasley. I'm gonna dip it in the mustard. That is fun and delicious. Beasley, I can see why you love these egg rolls. We will make sure when we head back to Magic Kingdom, look for us on May the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Look for us then. We'll be back in Magic Kingdom and a couple of the other parks to have some more fun, experience some more magic, and eat some egg rolls, hamburger, cheeseburger, egg rolls at the Egg Roll Wagon in Magic Kingdom. Thanks for joining me today, and we look forward to having you along with us on our next magical exploration.